Good afternoon, everyone. We'll just give it a couple more minutes as people enter the webinar. A couple more seconds here. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. All right, we'll get started. So thank you for joining our webinar today. My name's Jennifer, and I'll be your moderator for today's presentation. At the end of the presentation, we will have some time for questions. You can write them into the question box. Anything that we're not able to address during the webinar will be answered offline. If you think of something afterwards, you can email it to support at windwardsoftware.com. You can also access past webinar presentations on the website at www.windwardsoftware.com/webinars. Today we will be discussing inventory floor planning, and our presenter today is Abby. She's been with Windward for just over 3 years now. So without further ado, let's get started.
Thank you, Jen, and good afternoon, everyone. Once again, welcome to our webinar. Today, I will only be discussing to you what is floor planning and its basic setup and configuration in System 5. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm so sorry, just give me one sec, it's not working. Sorry for that. Okay, let's just talk about first what is floor planning. Floor planning is acquiring and owning an inventory when being received, but payment is not necessary until it is sold or until it has been in the store for a negotiated period of time. Floor planning is due and payable after inventory is sold or its due date has passed. In Windward System 5 is able to keep track of who you owe the money to and who you actually bought the inventory from and generate proper histories of each. Now here's the setup and configuration of the floor planning. First is to enable floor planning. Next is to set up categories for floor plan. And then create floor plan items. Next is to receive floor plan stocks. And then sell floor plan item. At this moment, I'm going to be pulling up my demo here to show you these steps. So first is to enable floor planning. To do that, just navigate to Menu, Setup Tools, Setup Wizard. And then under Inventory, just go down a bit and look for floor planning. And then check this box here, use floor planning to enable the feature, and then close the window to save the changes. Okay. And then next is to set up categories for floor plan. So let's just wait for it. Okay, to do that, still go to the Menu tab or button and go to Setup Tools, Configuration, and Category Setup. Then for this demonstration, I will be using the main category parts to add my floor planning subcategory. I'm gonna select that, go down to add. Let's say 896. Let's say floor planning. And in this column, you should make sure that you set it up as a floor plan type of inventory. And then once done, just hit this create ledger numbers button. Okay, and hit OK, and then close this window. So we're done now setting up our categories for our floor plan. Next is to create floor plan item. So still go to the menu, inventory and purchases, inventory, and new item. Then that is under parts, main category, and floor planning subcategory. Let's say floor plan 1. And I just hit create. Okay. So in this window, this is where you set up your floor plan item as a serialized or as a unit. But in this demonstration, I'm gonna be setting it up as a serialized item. So I'll hit or click this box serial numbers and then hit next and put a description. Let's say and then select the supplier. Okay, and then hit OK, and then hit next. So for our cost, let's say $150. Then once done, hit next again. So here, I'm not gonna put stocks or initial stocks. I'm gonna do that in a different way, which is our next step to receive floor plan stocks. So for now, I'm gonna hit OK here. And our floor plan item has now been created, and it shows here floor plan is the inventory type. Okay, now we will receive floor plan stocks. To do that, just go to inventory and purchases. Floor planning and new floor planning stock. Okay, select the supplier and click OK. Right, and then add the item. Just click this add item button or just directly put the item number here. So click the add item and that is floor plan. Click that. So I'm gonna be receiving one stock of this. And then once you hit enter, it will prompt you to provide the serial number. So I'm gonna put 1234 as my serial number and hit OK. Then I'll hit receive button. And this section here, this is where you set up your bill due date. Let's say, for example, this will be due after 2 months. So that would be May. After that, it would prompt you to print the receiving report, but I'm not gonna do it. I just hit cancel, and once it's done, it automatically creates a bill, And let me just remove this rebate here. So this is the amount you're going to pay once the item is sold. I'll just hit save for this now. Get the full bill. The bill number here would be that one. Hit save. Now let's check that item. We received one stock, so as expected it should show one available stock or one available in stock. And it shows one here, so that's correct. Then now we will sell this item. Let's create new sale here, and let's just use a cash sale. Click OK. Just wait for it, and still thinking. Okay, there we go. So floor plan 1. And then to attach the serial number, just hit this field under quantity column and select that serial number, click OK. And then let's pay this through cash and then exit without print. Now that the sale is completed, and as we remember that the floor plan will only be due and payable after the item is sold or the bill due date has passed. Since the item is sold, the question now is how can we be able to know how much do we owe from our floor plan items? In order for us to check that, you just need to go to inventory and purchases, floor planning, just get here, the floor plan payments. So we have these options here to select, and what we need for this report is to show the inventory floor plan item that are sold or that is sold but not yet paid, like we have not yet paid the supplier. So the option or the settings would be this one, show sold, show not paid. But if you just want to, like for example, if it's not yet sold, so if you want to just check the item, just you can click this box, show in stock, show not paid. So for this demonstration, I need this show sold and show not paid. Then I'm not gonna set the date range because we just sold the item just today, and I'm not gonna select supplier as well. Then hit show. So here's the part for the inventory floor plan item. Here's the serial number. It shows the bill number as well, and how much it was sold for, and the costs. Now the bill balance, it shows 150, and new payment here 150. This is the amount that we're going to pay. To create a check, just hit this create check button. And then it shows you a number. This is not actually the check number, but this is the unique number of the check. To complete this check, just go to menu, accounts payable, checks, edit check. And then under unique number field, just entered in 3, and that shows the check that has been created. And then just hit edit. And then just hit post. Here. So it should prompt you this window to provide the check number. let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as our check number. Click OK, and then once you're done providing the check number, it should prompt you this one to print check number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this demonstration, I'm not gonna print it. I'll just hit no for this, and that posted our check. Now let's go back to that report, um, floor plan item or floor plan payments, and leave that option, show sold, show not paid, and it's no longer here. But if you click on show paid, sorry, and show sold, now it's showing here that this bill has been paid. And here's the check number showing up in here. All right, so that would be all for today's presentation. In case you're having issues regarding the inventory floor planning right now, just call support to get immediate assistance. And before we proceed to our Q&A portion, let me just share it to you our webinar archives. If you want to sign up for future webinars or view previously recorded events, just go to windwardsoftware.com/webinars. And we also have available resources within in line with Help Center. You can be able to view all available resources. Sorry, all available resources are listed here. Just go to windwardsoftware.com/help, and in line with customer care portal, you can be able to search our knowledge base. You can be able to submit and track support tickets, and just go to support.windwardsoftware.com. And in Windward Learning Academy, you can spin up new employees and have lesson-based topics. Just go to academy.windwardoncloud.com. And if you want to get assistance from one of our professional services specialists in line with working with system integrity or accounting role-based plan, sorry, just contact your account manager for a code, or just directly go to windwardsoftware.com/professional services. Okay, now we will proceed to our Q&A portion. If you have any question, just drop it down on the question box below.
All right, thanks so much, Abby. We have our first question from Deb. She'd like to know if we can take another look at the floor plan sold report with different dates.
Oh, sure. But I don't have sold floor plan items. Yeah, I don't have other inventory floor plan items that are sold. I mean, yeah, that's the first item that I have been sold.
Okay, well, maybe we can connect with Deb afterwards and take a look.
Sure.
Okay, excellent. So that's what we'll do, Deb. I'll open a ticket and we'll have Abby give you a call or another available technician, and we'll take a look at that directly on your system. If there are any other questions, please put them in the question box. Our next webinar will be on March 24th. We're going to be discussing everybody's favorite inventory kits, so you won't want to miss that one. I know there's always a lot of questions when it comes to kits. All right, if there's any other questions, you can enter them in now. All right, well, I don't see any questions. You did a great job of explaining things, Abby. Thanks so much for your presentation today. And thank you everyone for joining us today. We will see you in 2 weeks to talk about inventory kits. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.